good morning, everybody. We are back. The show is called TBR, a double SSF show, which simply means TBR Solution Sports Forum. It is myself, the Sobri Boys, Wale Fatse. I was supposed to be joined by Swing, but Swing is at the airport as we speak. Remember Amachita Alendi, all right? Amachita Alendi. Amachita, they've made us very, very proud by winning the AFCON. And then so they are lending swims there with some supporters welcoming Amachita. So yeah, it's gonna be very, very exciting. And then yeah, but now before we go there, I've just received the news that SuperSport has been sold, courtesy of Peter Toit of Soccerbit. He's the one who's sharing those news. He says those are unconfirmed news, but they look good. They look good for him to announce publicly to say SuperSport have been bought, and then the person who put that consortium together is Minister Gayton Mackenzie. Remember, he once said he'll be bringing SuperSport. He'll be bringing Bloemfontein Celtics back to the Premier League. He promised that. He also promised about VAR. I don't know what's happening about that. I'm still waiting to hear him, what's happening as far as VAR is concerned. But those are the news. I'm sure Suelo Losa Marcelo will see them back in Bloemfontein and playing again in the Premier Soccer League. So, yeah, those are the news that we received. Now, as I said to you that Amachita, they've done well. I'm sure some of you watched the game of Amachita. They did exceptionally well, and then this one is a Sundowns. Remember that Sundowns have won the league. This is the new trophy. We're waiting for this design of the new trophy, and I'm sure now you see it. So yeah, this is Amachita. As I said, Saddam is down there waiting for Amachita, welcoming them. So we are wishing Amachita a very good going forward. And then, as I said at some point, that how do you judge a leader that is doing well? And then Danny Jordan, with all his teams, they are doing well. Bafana Bafana, they're doing well. Banyana Banyana, they're doing well. Mamelodi Sundowns is now going to the final of the Champions League. And then yeah, so there is quite good, and then it means that they are doing something very, very good. But today, what I want us to discuss again by Peter de Toit. Peter de Toit gave us the news that um, when the Mamelodi Sundowns are playing the final of the CAF Champions League, we are expecting them to be playing, but we are told that also the PSL is continuing with its program now. So Peter de Toit was asking a question, which I think it's valid, that why can't the PSL allow the teams not to play today during that weekend so that everybody can watch Mamelodi Sundowns? And then his argument is quite clear, of which I think I fully agree with him, that look, Mamelodi Sundowns, which is an affiliate of the PSL, is playing there. And then not only that, Patrice Motsepe, who's the president of SAFA, is a South African. And then, the president of CAF is a South African. But we're supposed to be showing support, and it's happening all over the world. When the FA Cup is playing, the league fixtures are being suspended so that everybody can focus to the FA Cup. And then, so he was arguing that it would have been nice to allow um, Sundowns to play at the final. Everybody watch Sundowns. We support Sundowns. I said, what if a person wants to go and watch the two games? One wants to watch Sundowns and then at the same time is going to watch his team play. I think it's a valid argument, but I don't know what's your point. You on your other side, do you agree with Peter Detroit to say what's happening? And then all this shows the feud that is there in our leadership of football. We know that there's a feud between PSL and SAFA, and now this has spilled over in the playing field. So, and the two guys, this is not a secret. We know that according to rumor that Dr. Ivan Koza and Dr. Danny Jordan, they don't see eye to eye. That's the rumor that we are getting. So those are unconfirmed rumor. That's what we get, but the two guys can confirm. They can go anywhere. There's a lot of media to say, look, we are not fighting, but we know that there is that feud between the two. Now, this is all what is happening. Now, it's playing itself out, and then I'm sure Peter Detroit's argument. I think when I listen to it, it makes sense. If you looked at Patrice Motsepe is also supporting SAFA and PSL. PSL, they don't have sponsor for the second division. Patrice Motsepe came in and assist. The Motsepe League is supported by Motsepe. And then we know that SAFA, whenever they have problem, they go to Motsepe. But now, with this happening, now how do people in other parts of the continent or the world look at Patrice Motsepe? That you are here as the president of CAF, but your house where you are coming from is burning. So maybe we need to talk about that. What's your take? Do you think it was a good move for the PSL? We hear that Dr. Ivan Koza apparently, or the PSL, they are saying, no, it's important that they complete their program as per plan. Yes, we know very well that they have obligations with their sponsors and so on. But Peter Detroit was arguing to say, why can't they play maybe the following day? It's only a day where they'll be disturbed and then watch the final of Mamelodi Sundowns together with Pyramid or Verse Pyramids. Now, others are asking question that what would have happened if it was Pirates and Mamelodi Sundowns? Were we going to see that happening? So those are some of the news that we are getting. So remember, as much as you are a Chiefs fan, a Pirates fan, it doesn't mean that when you look at things and make your observation, then you need to bring those sentiments into play or those emotions into play. I'm a Cosmos fan, but if things are not going well, and then I see the news happening, I must share the news because as a media, you must show that responsibility, carry the mandate of sharing the news that because people want to know what's happening. As I always say, the news are very important. The more the news are being shared, the more things are happening, either economical or any other ways, and then otherwise. So remember, other people they are so taken up with football. Can imagine a person like Saddam if he doesn't get the news what's happening. You know, Saddam doesn't mind wake up as early as whatever time that you woke up to go to the airport. Then it's cold outside here. So those people, and then once things don't go well, they affect them in terms of their emotions, and that can also lead you to stress. So what's your take? Do you agree with Peter Detroit to say sanity was supposed to prevail and allow Mamelodi Sundowns to play Pyramid? And then after playing Pyramid, and then PSL can shift their games, maybe at night, although it's not ideal to play at night. Moreover, now we have load shedding and so on. Or you are saying, what about postpone it with a day? I mean, as a PSL to lose only a day. And then I saw that argument. I said, let's talk about this and hear your opinion. So maybe you've got an opinion. As I said, Amachita, they've done well. As you can see here, Mfundo here is sharing the trophy um, that they won, which is good for Amachita. And then, yeah, we are so excited to see that Amachita, they've done well. And then those are some of the things that we are looking for. And then, yeah, it's not only that, there's quite a lot that we need to talk about. And then I also want to share the trophy, the Premier Soccer League trophy, the Bedway Premier Soccer League trophy. This is the trophy that we have been waiting for. And remember, they told us that they were busy with the design, they're going to show, but it looks brilliant. It's a brilliant design. I don't know whether you like it or not. Yeah, but this is the trophy that Sundowns has already taken. And then Sundowns, as we speak, they are the most successful team during the Premier Soccer League era. And then, as I was saying the other time, they were saying Nabi has just won what you call the knockout. The knockout competition, people are arguing that it's only 4 games. It, there's no big deal. There's no big deal about that. So as a result, it's not something that one can, and go haywire. Now let's talk. Why is it Sundowns doing well? Is it the investment that Sundowns is doing to the local football? Then I want to share the money that has been spent by Sundowns to a point where by we see what's happening now. Uh, these are the monies that have been spent by Sundowns. Look at the money. After sales, apparently these are allegations, based on reported transfer fees. 63 million was spent to buy this player. Marcelo Allende, 51 million. And then, what is this? Esquivel. I can't see this one properly. Matthias, 44 million. Lucas Ribeiro, 30 million. Tashnik Morris, 28 million. Jaden Adams, 25 million. Tapelo Masego, 20 million. Tebogo Mokoena, 18 million. Ronan Williams, 18 million. Tembinkosi Lodge, 12 million. Igram Reyners, 11 million. You can combine all this money and then the total it goes to 320 320 million that Sundowns has spent. So yeah, so is it the money that makes the football happen? Because you can see the money that they've spent there as Mamelodi Sundowns. And the other thing that you need to take into consideration is when they win the league, just like some soccer bosses would argue and say, they win only about 20 million, all right, 20 million, and then, but look at the money that they've spent, 320 million. So in other words, it's a fraction of what Sundowns has spent. So I don't know whether it's a good idea to spend more money to make football look good. Yeah, I don't know how do you balance this when it comes to fair play, because I've heard that the fair play, maybe one day when I have Peter Stirrup will explain this fair play. He once tried to explain this because they say they look at the money you spend as a club and the money that you make as a club, not other sources from somewhere else, because we know that Mamelodi Sundowns, they have been backed by a billionaire, Dr. Patrice Motsepe. And in terms of the support that we are looking, they don't have much support. But one thing for sure that I've noticed, they're coming up okay. It seems that very soon we'll be seeing Mamelodi Sundowns and then doing well as far as the support is concerned. So it is Mamelodi Sundowns who's currently doing well, but is it a question of the money that they spend? So that's what made them to be what they are. So those are some of the issues that maybe we need to look at and discuss what made them to be strong, because they spend a lot of money, and then having spent a lot of money. But while I'm still there, let me just share with you the top 10 teams that have won the most league title, because league is more important because you play more games away and home, away and home, unlike the tournament or knockout. Knockout is only 4 games, sometimes it's 5 games. Rarely goes to 6 games in terms of, but it's 5 games, not necessarily more than that. So that's why people are saying if you win that one, it's not as strong as winning the league. Look at Mamelodi Sundowns' record. They've won about 18 titles when it comes to the league, and then when it comes to trophies, knockout, they've taken about 17 of them. So if you combine the two, it's about 35 all in all. So they've taken Africa Cup 1, Nedbank 6, MTN 4, South African Cup 4, CAF Super Cup 1, CAF Champions League Cup 1. So if they do well, then they'll be adding the number to that one. But I'm sure you have seen now that by qualifying for the Club World Cup, we are told that they got a lot of money. It's about 1 billion or so. But if you look at it from that perspective, it's money well spent by Patrice Motsepe. They got 1 billion just for qualifying for Club World Cup. So that's, if you take 320, so it's not much. But I've just picked up the news that Mamelodi Sundowns, they spend close to 500 million per annum just to sustain that team. But if they spend 500 million and they get 1 billion just for qualifying for the Club World Cup, it's a money well spent. So they are doing exceptionally well. Now, as I was saying, I just want to check the top 10 clubs in the world. I did this, but I noticed what was the mistake, because as I was doing it, I was reading it from a paper, and then I was facing downwards. It could not come out clearly. Now, the number one team that has taken most league title in the world is Linfield from Northern Ireland with 57 league titles, and then followed by Celtics from Scotland, and also by Rangers. Both of them, they've won it 55 times. And then number 4 is Panarol from Uruguay. They've taken it, the league title, 52 times. And then number 5 is Nacional Uruguay, 49 times. Number 6 is Olympiacos at Greece. From Greece, they've taken it about 48 times. And then number 7, it's Olympia from Paraguay. Also, they've taken 47 times. And also Olympia from Honduras, they've taken 45 times. And guess what? In Africa, we are represented by Al Ahly, who have taken it 44 times. And then at number 10, it's South China. And guess what? I don't see a Brazilian team. And we know that Brazil is the team, is the country that is giving us most exciting players. You name them, your Neymar, your Ronaldinho, your Brazilian Ronaldo, your Pelé, they're all from Brazil. Rivaldo, you name them. There are a lot of players from Brazil who have entertained us, but they are not there. They are not in the top 10 in terms of the league honors. All right. Again, England, where football started, we don't see any English team in the top 10 in terms of the league titles. So yeah, this is the picture. This is the news that I wanted to share. But we also want to come home and compare Mamelodi Sundowns and Kaizer Chiefs, Orlando Pirates. Kaizer Chiefs, they've taken the league title 18 times. And then they have also 93 trophies in the 47 years period, whereas Mamelodi Sundowns have 18 times league title, and then they've won 8 titles in a row. Let me check this one of Kaizer Chiefs. Because Kaizer Chiefs 18 times. Desire, where do you get this 18 times for Kaizer Chiefs? 18 times. I don't see. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, Kaizer Chiefs has 18 times. I was just checking my notes whether this Kaizer Chiefs have taken the league title 18 times together with Mamelodi Sundowns. And guess what? Orlando Pirates have taken the league 9 times. All right. 4 league titles during the PSL era. And Orlando Pirates has how many titles? 88 trophies. 88 trophies. And then whereas Mamelodi Sundowns, they have about 35. 35, because if you take the 18 plus the 17 trophies, so it's about 18 times. So those are the numbers of the 3 teams have done. So we'll watch the space as we move on what's happening. And then yeah, and then like I said, Saddam was supposed to hook up so that we can be able to get the news what's happening in OR Tambo, but I suspect it's a bit hectic, and then when it's hectic, it's difficult to know what's happening. So maybe there's noise going on there, this and that. So yeah, we'll watch the space and hear when he comes in. If he comes in, we'll get the news and hear. But apparently they are supposed to land at 10 o'clock, Amachita. So yeah, they've done well, Amachita. We are proud of them, and then we wish them good luck going forward. So yeah, let's see. Now, before I go any further, I just want to share the issue of the news, the books that we sell. Remember, I said we are a financial company. We are educating about finance. So if you want to learn more about that, you can simply contact us and then we'll assist you. Now, it's not only about the books that we are assisting with, we also mentor those who want to be mentored. If you want to be mentored on financial matters, please don't hesitate to contact us and then assist you. And then these days we are busy assisting people who are from GPF, who are going very soon. And then since they are going, now they need to see how much are they going to get in terms of GPF and other funds. So if you want to learn about that, and then you want to know, you just want to get information, not commit to anything, but get information, just drop us a WhatsApp. You'll see the WhatsApp number and give us a call. Now, let me share other news to say, remember, PSL will share with us what you call the yellow cards, the red cards, so that at least when you go to the games, you understand what's happening. So as you can see there, these are the yellow cards. As we received, you can see your players, and then so that next time, if you don't see your player not playing, so don't blame the PSL. Don't blame your team or the coach. It's because maybe the coach knows, or the staff, they know that no, he has accumulated more cards. So now, in order to manage the process, so they must make sure that maybe the player is not playing. So those are the teams that you see, the players that are having those different red cards. But let's go to the red card. All right. That means the player is suspended, or the suspended player. It's not only about the red card, it's also about the number of bookings that contributed to suspended player. Guess what? President Yama 2000, Relebogile Mofokeng, is on suspension. So if you don't see Kilebogile Mofokeng playing this week, so don't blame him, the coach. Don't say what Mandla is doing now. You know, Rivero would have included him. No, no, no. It's because he's suspended. So we'll watch those news closely and see what's happening. But now let's go on the books side of it, and then if you want, like I said, if you want to learn about how to deal with money, so just get the book and educate yourself. Attend classes, anything that teaches about money. Give yourself the opportunity to sit down and learn, because it's all about learning. And then once you have learned, then you'll be able to deal with your financial matters. That's very, very important for one to do. Okay. Now, let's see now. Let me share with you the books so that you can be able to understand what's happening. Now, I'll start with this one. This one, it's the book by Nom Summers Bugo. It's called Entrepreneur Awakening with a Drive. So Nomsa Masbugo is hails from Emalahleni. If you want to know more about her, so you can simply, when you're on that part of the world, which is Emalahleni, pass by the place called Visit Vagasha. That is the name of the guest house. And then Nomsa has about more than 100 rooms, which you can sleep at. And normally, when I'm in that part of the world, that's where I go and spend the night. Then here is another one. This one was written by a very good friend of mine, Dr. Darlene Small. Dr. Darlene Small is an economist by profession, and then she worked for the Reserve Bank for um, 33 years as an advisor to governors of the Reserve Bank. And then she wrote this beautiful book, The Art of Money, How to Play the Wealth Game. So if you want to understand what's happening, so yeah, just check Dr. Darlene Small. It looks like this one has shared this book. No. This is the book that you can, no. Now I'm seeing another book. Oh yeah, this is the book of Dr. Darlene Small, um, How to Win the Wealth Game, the Art of Money. She's now a retired person. Now, the other book that you can learn from us is called Secrets for Becoming Rich. This book, we have first and a second edition, and then you can get it from us if you want it, and then learn how the rich are doing, so that you're able to um, increase your capacity of money management. The other one is how to get out of bad debts, use other people's money and resources to get rich. This is one skill that everybody has to have. And unfortunately, the majority of people don't have the skill how to manage that. It's a very difficult one, but learn, because I also learn from others. And then, yeah, so that will take it to another level. Now, the other book that I wrote is this one, How I Turned 500 Rand into a Million Rand Business. You can do the same. Anyone can do it. If I did it, why not you? Because we are all the same. It's not that I have a special understanding or special skill. I'm just like you. You can. Yeah. The book is called How I Turned 500 Rand into a Million Rand Business. You can do the same. So that's it. If you and this book, you can also get it on Amazon as an ebook, and then simply go online and get the book. So I think I'll be also be converting other books also into ebooks, and then you can get hard copy, you can get an ebook if you want. So now this is it. So let's all go out there and support Mamelodi Sundowns as they play Pyramid. You know what is worrying about the fans of Mamelodi Sundowns? They're trying, but you know, um, they don't fill up the stadium. But this time, it should not be only Mamelodi Sundowns that should go there and fill up the stadium. It should Mamelodi Sundowns, Pirates, Chiefs. Everybody should go and support Mamelodi Sundowns. The stadium should become yellow, and then so that Mamelodi Sundowns can lift the trophy. And then I think what Peter de Tong, that's my opinion. What is arguing, it makes a lot of sense. I don't know you. Do you agree with Peter Du Toit that sanity was supposed to prevail, whereby PSL would postpone their games and allow Mamelodi Sundowns to play so that everybody goes out there and support Mamelodi Sundowns? So I want to hear your opinion. I also agree with Peter Du Toit. And then I think our leaders with their feud that we understand that is prevailing there, and then they do disservice. But you know what? Allegedly, it is a feud between Dr. Jordan and Dr. Koza, and both guys are doing well. PSL is doing well under the stewardship of Dr. Koza. They're doing exceptionally well. I mean, for Mamelodi Sundowns, they're playing the PSL, so that is why now they're going to the finals of the Club World Cup. Not only that, the CAF, which is good. And then we've seen Stellenbosch, they've done well too, and then went all the way. And then unfortunately, they could not go to the finishing line. As much as Orlando Pirates, we had three teams doing well in an African continent. So that shows that the football is doing well. So I would like to hear your opinion. Please subscribe and like, and then so that we continue. Before I leave, I need to share the news of Saddam with his people there at the airport. And then, yeah, and then we will check what's happening in terms of Amajita. Let me check quickly so that Saddam is down there. I hope we'll see. Well, yeah, it was the branch, I always share the branch of Saddam. And let me see, no. I think you don't see it, but I'll make sure that you see it. Let me check with you. As I said, Saddam went there as early as possible to go to be at the airport, and then as you can see here they are. I love Amachita, so that Saddam, I don't know with who, but maybe it's one of those supporters there. And then it would have been nice to see most people having gone there. And then let me share, Saddam, they have a new branch here in our area called Besh Ekas branch. As you can see here, it's him here and the Besh Ekas branch. So if you want us to share your news, please share the news with us so that we can share the news about your branch. Yeah. So thank you so much for watching and listening, and let's hear your opinion. I thank you. Hi, everyone. I'm sure you are already in the year 2025, and then you are asking yourself, what are you going to do? Some of you have been working for many years, and then now you are contemplating of either resigning or going on retirement. And it looks scary. You're not sure what are you going to do, how are you going to survive, you're worried about your pension, and so on and so on. Especially if you're a GPF member at the age of 55 and above, and you are in those situations. You are thinking, what's going to happen? Remember, the most important thing, you need to think about how can you save the little that you have, in terms of how do you avoid penalties, because when you retire earlier than 60, you'll be penalized. How can you avoid that? Not to be penalized, not even a cent. You also want to make sure that you maximize in terms of the taxation. But get me right, tax applies to everyone. But you want to make sure that you are tax as little as you can. And you want to do all those things. You need somebody who's skilled, somebody who's trained to deal with finance, because tax avoidance is allowed. Because when you avoid tax, you use the tax law. Now, if you want to do that, to make sure that you save as much as you can, don't hesitate. Contact us, TBR Solution, or the bigger financial services, an authorized financial service provider. and then just say, please, I want you to assist me. I want to go out. So come and share knowledge with me. Now, no obligation. You don't have to make any obligation. Just listen to the facts. After listening to the facts, make a decision. Can listen to us, can listen to others, then so that you're exposed to various information, so that when you make a decision, it's an informed decision. Now, my name is the Sober Boys Walifatsi from TBR Solution. Here I'm representing the bigger financial services and authorized financial service provider. If you want to know how to get hold of us, just look at the WhatsApp number, drop us your contact via WhatsApp. We'll therefore come back to you. I thank you.